In the dark shadows, in the white cold, fearlessly we search for knowledge new and old. We drink the strong spirits and read the ancient tomes. The order of the Abracast. We are the brave and the bold.
The Golden Tractate of Hermes Trisnegistus, Section 1. Even thus saith Hermes, through the long years I have not ceased to experiment, neither have I spared any labor of mind, and this science and art I have obtained by the sole inspiration of the living God, who judged fit to open them to me, his servant, who has given to rational creatures the power of thinking and judging aright, forsaking none, forgiving to any occasion to despair. For myself, I have never discovered this matter to anyone, had it not been from fear of the day of judgment and the perdition of my soul, if I conceal it. It is a debt which I am desirous to discharge to the faithful, as the Father of the faithful did liberally bestow it upon me. Understand ye then, O son of wisdom, the knowledge of the four elements, or the ancient philosophers, was not corporeally or imprudently sought after, which are through patience to be discovered according to their cause and their occult operation. But their occult operation is occult, since nothing is done except the matter be decompounded, and because it is not perfect unless the colors be thoroughly passed and accomplished. Know then that the division that was made upon the water by the ancient philosophers separates it into four substances, one into two, and three into one, the third part of which is color, as it were a coagulated moisture, but the second and the third waters are the weights of the wise. Take of the humidity of moisture 1.5 ounces, and the southern redness, which is the soul of gold, a fourth part, that is to say 1/2 ounce of the citrine serine, in like manner 1/2 ounce of the or pigment, 1/2 ounce, which are 8, that is 3 ounces. And know ye that the vine of the wise is drawn forth in 3, but the wine thereof is not perfected until at length 30 be accomplished. Understand the operation, therefore. Deconcoction lessens the matter, but the tincture augments it, because Luna in 15 days is diminished, and in the third she is augmented. This is the beginning and the end. Behold, I have declared that which was hidden, since the work is both with thee and about thee. That which was within is taken out and fixed, and thou canst have it either in earth or sea. Keep therefore the argent vive, which is prepared in the innermost chamber, in which it is coagulated, for that is the mercury which is separated from the residual earth. He, therefore, who now hears my words, and let him search into them, which are to justify no evildoer, but to benefit the good. Therefore, I have discovered all things that were before hidden concerning this knowledge, and disclosed the greatest of all secrets, even the intellectual science. Know ye therefore, children of wisdom, who inquire concerning the report thereof, that the vulture standing upon the mountain cry out with a loud voice, I am the white of the black, and the red of the white, and the sistine of the red, and behold, I speak the very truth. And know that the chief principle of the art is the crow, which is the blackest of the night and clearest of the day, and he flies without wings from the bitterness existing in the throat of Tinchker is taken. The red goes forth from his body, and from his back is taken a thin water. Understand, therefore, and accept this gift of God, which is hidden from the thoughtless world. In the caverns of the metals there is hidden the stone that is venerable, splendid in color, a mind sublime and an open sea. I have declared it unto thee, and give thanks to God, who teacheth thee this knowledge, for he in return recompense the grateful. Put the matter into a moist fire, therefore, and cause it to boil, in order that it may be augmented, which destroys the siccity of that incombustible nature, until the radix shall appear. Then extract the redness and the light parts, till only about a third remains. Sons of science, for this reason are philosophers said to be envious. Not that they grudged the truth to religious or just men, or to the wise, but to fools, ignorant and vicious, who are without self-control and benevolence, lest they should be made powerful and able to perpetrate sinful things. For of such the philosophers are made accountable to God, and evil men are not admitted worthy of this wisdom. Know that this matter I call the stone, but it is also named the feminine, or the magnesia, or the hen, or the white spittle, or the volatile milk, or the incombustible oil, in order that it may be hidden from the inept and the ignorant, who are deficient of the goodness and self-control, which I have nevertheless signified to the wise by one only epithet, the philosopher's stone. Include, therefore, and conserve in this sea the fire of the heavenly bird. To the latest monument of his existence, but I deprecate ye all, sons of philosophy, on whom the great gift of this knowledge being bestowed, if any, should undervalue or divulge the power thereof to the ignorant, or such as are unfit for the knowledge of this secret. Behold, I have received nothing from any to whom I have not returned that which had been given me. Nor have I failed to honor him. Even in this I have reposed the highest confidence. This, O son, is the concealed stone of many colors, which is born and brought forth in one color. Know this and conceal it. By this the Almighty, favoring the greatest diseases, are escaped. In every sorrow, distressed and evil and hurtful things is made to depart, for it leads from darkness into light, from this desert wilderness to a secure habitation, and from poverty and straits to a free and ample fortune.
The Abracast, occult, history, conspiracy, and violence.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Abercast. I'm John Towers, and we're talking this evening about the golden Tractate of Hermes, the thrice great, the 3 times great Hermes, aka also known as Hermes Trisnegistus. And that whole cold open, I went for a lot longer than I thought I was going to. I did the whole first section in the cold open, so we're a little bit ahead of schedule. Before I get started, just want to say, pay attention to the website. There are changes coming in the new year. And go ahead and sign into the mailing list, the Fulgar Correspondentia. You just once a month thing. You get just an email, some fun stuff in there. So check that out. And then, since this is an alchemical episode, while you're at Advertise.com, check out the storefront, the t-shirts and stuff. There is a really cool alchemical symbol t-shirt there available. It's the Abercast t-shirt with the kind of like icon of the 2 dragons eating each other's tail. One has like fins and the other one has wings. It's kind of like an as above, so below elemental business. We did one of those a few weeks back. Last time we did an alchemical episode, we did that shirt, but it's still available, and it's still cool, and it still fits the topic of today's episode. So thank you to the supporters out there. Here's to you. So already in the first section here that I did in the cold open, you're already starting to see things that we know, right, from the many alchemy episodes that we've done. These talking about the code of these different birds. The crow is the easiest bird to see in the daylight and the hardest one to see in the nighttime. And then also there's this process of the black and white, and then the orange and the red, and those are all things that we've talked about many times. If you're playing catch up, like this might be your first alchemy episode that you're listening to, go check out Abercast.com and go to the feature topic link. There's a whole section on alchemy, and they're all in kind of chronological order, so you can catch up to where we are right now by reading those or checking out those episodes. All right, so without further ado, no more bullshit. Let's go. Section 2. My son, before all things, I admonish thee to fear God, in whom is the strength of thy undertaking and the bond of whatsoever thou meditatest to unloose. Whatsoever thou hearest, consider it rationally. I think that's just a general good rule there. For I hold thee not to be a fool. Lay hold, therefore, of my instructions, and meditate upon them, and so let thy heart be fitted also to conceive, as if thou wast thyself the author of that which I now teach. If thou appliest cold to any nature that is hot, it will not hurt it in a like manner. He who is rational shuts himself within from the threshold of ignorance, lest supinely he should be deceived. I mean, there's some good lessons just right in here, right? Like, don't believe everything you see. Consider it rationally. Protect yourself from the threshold of ignorance, lest supinely he should be deceived. Fake news, everybody, fake news. Take the flying bird and drown it flying, and divide it separate from its pollutions, which yet hold it in death. Draw it forth and repel it from itself, that it may live and answer thee, not not by flying away into the regions above, but truly forbearing to fly. For if thou shalt discover it out of its prison, after thou shalt govern it according to reason, and according to the days that I shall teach thee, then will it become a companion to thee. And by it thou wilt become to be an honored lord. Extract from the racy its shadow, and from the light its obscurity, by which the clouds hang over it and keep away the light. By means of its construction also, the fiery redness that is burned, and take my son to this redness, corrupted with water, which is a live coal holding the fire, which if thou shalt withdraw so often into the redness, is made pure. When it is, it will associate with thee by whom it was cherished, and in whom it rests. And return then, O my son, the coal being extinct in life upon the water for 30 days. And I shall note to thee, and henceforth thou art a crowning king, resting over the fountain, and drawing from thence the pigment dry without moisture. And now I have made the heart of the hearers, hoping in thee to rejoice, even in their eyes, beholding thee in anticipation which thou possessest. Observe then that the water was first in the air and then in the earth, and restore thou it also to the superiors by its proper windings, and not foolishly altering it when to the former spirit fathered in its redness. Let it be carefully conjoined, and know, my son, that the fatness of our earth is sulfur, and the RU pigment cerity, and the coal cathar, which is also the sulfur, which the RU pigments sulfur, and such like are some more vile than others, in which there is a diversity, of which kind also is the fat of gluey matters, such as are hair and nails and hooves, and sulfur itself, and of the brain, which too is an RU pigment. Of the like kind are also the lions and the cat's claws, which is cerity, the fat of white bodies, and the fat of the two oriental quicksilvers, which sulfurs are hunted and retained by the body. I say moreover that this sulfur doth tinge and fix, and is held by the conjunction of the tinctures. Oil also tinge, but fly away, which in the body are contained, which is a conjunction of fugitives only with sulfurs in the albuminous bodies, which hold also and detain the fugitivins. The disposition sought after by the philosophers, O son, is but one in our egg, but this is the hen's egg. Is much less to be found, but lest to be so much of the divine wisdom as in a hen's egg should not be distinguished. Our composition is, as that is, from the four elements, adapted and composed. Know, therefore, that in a hen's egg is the greatest help with respect to the proximity and relationship of the matter in nature. For in it there is spirituality, and a conjunction of elements, and the earth, which is golden in its tincture, but the sun, inquiring, or Hermes, saith, the sulfurs which are fit for our work, whether they are celestial or terrestrial, to whom the Father answers, certain of them are heavenly, and some of the earth. Then the son saith, Father, I imagine the heart in the superiors to the heavens, and in the inferiors in earth. But Hermes say it is not so. The masculinity truly is the heavens of the feminine, and the feminine is the earth of the masculine. The son then asked, Father, which of these is more worthy than the other? Whether it is the heaven or the earth, Hermes replies, both need the help of the other. For the precepts demand a medium, but saith the son, if thou shalt say that a wise man governs all mankind, but ordinary men, replies Hermes, are better for them, because every nature delights in society of its own kind. And so we find it to be in the life of wisdom where equals are conjoined, but what rejoins the son is the mean betwixt them. To whom Hermes replies, is everything in nature there are three from two, and beginning, the middle, and the end, first the needful water, then the oily tincture, then lastly the feces, or the earth, which remains below. But the dragon inhabits in all of these, and his houses are the dark and the blackness that is them. And by them he ascends into the air from his rising, which is their heaven. But whilst the fume remains in them, they are not immortal. Take away, therefore, the vapor from the water, and the blackness from the oily tincture, and the death from their feces. And by the disillusion thou shalt possess a triumphant reward, when that in and by which the possessors live. And know then, my son, that the temperate undulant, which is fire, is the medium between the feces and the water. And it is the pre-crucinator of the water. For the unguents are called sulfurs, because between the fire and the oil is this sulfur, which is such a close proximity that even as fire burns, so does the sulfur also burn. All the sciences of the world, O son, are comprehended in this my hidden wisdom, in this. And the learning of the art consists in these wonderful hidden elements, which it doth discover and compete in. It behooves him, therefore, who would be introduced to this hidden wisdom, to free himself from the hidden usurpations of vice, and to be just a good and of sound reason, ready at hand to help mankind, of a serene countenance, diligent to save and be himself a patient guard of the arcane secrets of philosophy. And this know, that except thou understandest how to mortify and induce generations, to vivify the spirit, and to introduce light until they fight with each other and grow white and freed from their defilements, rising as it were from the blackness and the darkness, and knowest nothing, nor canst perform anything. But if thou knowest this, thou wilt be of a great dignity, so that even kings themselves shall reverence thee. These secrets, son, it behoves thee to conceal from the vulgar and the profane. So here in that last paragraph, it starts at the blackness, and then it becomes white and vivified, introducing the light. Back to it. Understand also that our stone is from many things in various colors and composed from 4 elements, which we ought to divide and dissever in pieces and segregate in the veins, and partly mortifying the same by its proper nature, which is also in it, to preserve the water and the fire dwelling therein, which is from the four elements, and their waters, which contain its waters. This, however, is not water in its truest form, but it's fire, contaminating in a pure vessel the ascending waters, lest the spirits could fly away from the bodies, for by this means they are made tinging and fixed. O blessed watery form that dissolvest the elements, now it behooves us with this watery soul to possess ourselves of a sulphurous form, and to mingle the same with our acetum, for when by the power of the water the composition is dissolved, it is the key of the restoration, and then darkness and death fly away from them, and wisdom proceeds onward to the fulfillment of her law.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.
Learn more at abracast.com. Get bonus content by signing up for the mailing list.
Section 3. Know, my son, that the philosophers bind up their matter with a strong chain, that it may contend with the fire, because the spirits in the washed bodies desire to dwell therein, and to rejoice. In these habitations they verify themselves and inhabit there, and the bodies hold them. Nor can they be upset thereafter separated any more. The dead elements are revived. The composed bodies tinged and are altered, and by a wonderful process they are made permanent, as saith the philosopher. O permanent watery form, Cortex of the royal elements, who having with thy brethren and a just government obtained the tincture, find rest. Our most precious stone is cast forth upon the dunghill, and that which is most worthy is made the vilest of the vile, and therefore it behooves us to mortify two argent vives together, both to venerate and to be venerated. The argent vibe of the Eru pigment, and the oriental argent vibe of magnesia. O nature, the most potent cretex of nature, which contentest and separatest natures in a middle principle. The stone comes with light, and with the light it is generated, and then it generates and brings forth the black clouds of darkness, which is the mother of all things. But when we marry the crowned king to our red daughter, and in a gentle fire, not hurtful, she doth conceive an excellent and supernatural son, which permanent life she doth also feed with a subtle heat, so that he lives at length in our fire. But when thou shalt send forth thy fire on the foliated sulfur. The boundary of hearts doth enter in above. It is washed in the same, and the purified matter thereof is extracted. Then he is transformed, and his tincture by help of the fire remains red, as it were flesh. But our son, the king begotten, takes his tincture from the fire, and the death even in the darkness, and the water flees away. The dragon shuns these sunbeams which dart through the crevices, and our dead son lives. The king comes forth from the fire, and he rejoins his spouse. The occult treasures are laid open, and the virgin's milk is whitened. The son, already vivified, is become a warrior in the fire, and of tincture super excellent. For the Son is himself the treasury, even himself bearing the philosophic matter. Motherfuckers turned into a philosopher's stone. It's pretty sweet. Approach ye, sons of wisdom, and rejoice. Let us now rejoice together, for the reign of death is finished, and the Son doth rule. And now he is invested with the red garment, and the scarlet color is put on. Oh, well, okay, so in my comic books, my graphic novels, I have a few of these Kabbalistic stone golems. They're basically like just, granite kind of like giants that, you etch the Kabbalistic words on it, and it like becomes animated. Anyhow, I just got a great idea. What if I had like this alchemist who like fucks something up or does something like really good, and he transforms his body into like a philosopher's stone. It's like a cross between one of these stone golems and like the Silver Surfer. Oh man, that's awesome. If any of you guys are writing or whatever, don't take that. I'm gonna use that somewhere, I think. All right, section 4. Understand then, O sons of wisdom, what the stone declares. Maybe the guy's like philosopher's stone skin is sentient, so it's like his skin talks to him. So now it's like a Stone Golem, Silver Surfer, Venom kind of thing. I think that Venom is on Silver Surfer right now. Or was on Silver. I don't know. Who keeps track of this shit? The stone declares, protect me and I will protect thee. Just like a symbiote. Increase my strength that I may help thee. My soul and my beams are most inward and secret in me and my own Luna. Also my light exceeding every light, and my good things are better than all other things, and I give freely, and I reward the intelligent with joy and gladness, glory, riches, and delights. And them that seek after me I make to know and understand and to possess divine things. Behold, that which the philosophers had concealed is written with 7 letters. For Alpha and Yada follow to, and Soul in like manner follows the book nevertheless. If thou art willing, he should have dominion and observe the art, and join the sun to the daughter of the water, which Jupiter had a hidden secret. Auditor, understand. Let us use our reason and consider all with the most accurate investigation, which in the contemplative part I have demonstrated to thee, the whole matter I know to be the only thing. But who is he that understands the true investigation and inquires rationally into this matter? It is not from man, nor from anything like him, or akin to him, or from the ox or the bullock. And if any creature conjoins with one of another species, that which is brought forth is neutral from either. Thus saith Venus, I beget light, nor is the darkness of my nature, and if my metal be not dried, all bodies desire me, for I liquefy them and wipe away their rust. Even the extract their substance, nothing before is better or more venerable than I, my brothers also be conjoined. But the king, the ruler, to his brethren, testifying of him, saith, I am crowned, and I am adored, and I am a royal diadem. I am clothed with the royal garment, and I bring the joy and the gladness of heart. For the being chained, I caused my substance to lay hold of and to rest within the arms and breasts of, my mother, and to fasten upon her substance, making that which was invisible to become visible, and the occult matter to appear, and to everything which the philosophers have hidden is generated by us. Hear then these words, and understand them, and keep them, and meditate thereon, and seek for nothing more. Man in the beginning is generated of nature, whose inward substance is fleshy, and not from anything else, and meditate on these plain things, and reject what is superfluous. Thus saith the philosopher, Botry is made from the citrine, which is extracted out of the red root, and from nothing else. And if it be citrine and nothing else, wisdom was with thee. It was not gotten by care, nor if it was freed from the redness by study. Behold, I have circumscribed nothing if thou hast understanding there. But be few things unopened, ye sons of wisdom. I turn then to the bireme body, which is exceedingly great fire, and it will yield gratefully what you desire. And see that you make that which is volatile, so that it cannot fly, and by means of that which flies and not, that which ye rests upon the fire, as it were itself a fiery flame, and that which is the heat of a boiling fire is corrupted in cambar. And know ye that the art of this permanent water is our brass, and the colorings of his tincture, and the blackness is then changed into the true red. I declare that by the help of God I have spoken nothing but the truth, and that which is destroyed is renovated, and hence the corruption is made manifest in the matter to be renewed, and hence the melioration will appear, and on either side it is a signal of the art. Section 5. My son, that which is born of the crow is at the beginning of the art, and behold how I have obscured matter, treated of by circumlocution, depriving thee of the light, yet this dissolved, this joined, this nearest and farthest off I have named to thee. Roast those things, therefore, and boil them in that which comes from the horse's belly for 7, 14, 21 days, and then will the dragon eat its own wings and destroy itself. This being done, let it be put into a fiery furnace, which lute diligently, and observe that none of the spirit may escape. And know that periods of the earth are in water, which let it be as long as unto thee puttest the same upon it. The matter being thus melted is burned. Take the brain thereof and triturate it into most sharp vinegar. He's making pickles. He's making brain pickles. Until it becomes obscured. This done, it lives into the putrefaction, and let the dark clouds which were in it before it were killed be converted into its own body, and let this process be repeated as I have described, and let it again die as I before said. And then it lives. In the life and death thereof we work with the spirits. For as it dies by the taking away of the spirit, so it lives in the return, and is revived, and rejoices therein, being arrived then at this knowledge that which thou hast been searching for is made in the affirmation. I have even related to thee the joyful signs, even that which doth fix this body. But these things and how they attain the knowledge of this secret are given by our ancestors in figures and types. And behold, they are dead. I have opened the riddle of the book of knowledge, and it is revealed the hidden things I have uncovered. And I have brought together the scattered truths within their boundaries, and I have conjoined many various forms. Even I have associated the spirit and take it as a gift from God. Section 6. It behooves thee to give thanks to God, who has bestowed liberally of his bounty to the wise, who delivers us from the misery and poverty. I am tempted and proven with the fullness of this substance and his probable wonders to humbly pray God that whilst we live we may come to him and remove thence, O son of science, the unguents which we extract from fats and hair, and verdigris, tragnacanth, and bones, which are written in the books of our fathers, but concerning the ointments which contain the tincture, coagulate, the fugitive, the adorned sulfurs, it behooves us to explain that our disposition more at large, and to unveil the form which is blurred and hidden from other unguents, which is seen in disposition that dwells in his own body, the fires and trees and stones, which by the most subtle art and ingenuity it behooves to extract, I'm sorry, I lost my place, burning, to know that the heavens is to be joined immediately with the earth, but the form is in a middle nature between tie, heaven and earth, which is our water. But the water holds of all the first place, which goes forth from the stone. But the second is gold, and the third is gold. Only in a mean which is more noble than in water and in feces. But in these are the smoke and the blackness and the death, and it behooves us, therefore, to dry away the vapor of the water and to expel the blackness from the unguent and death from the feces, and this by dissolution, by which means we obtain to the highest philosophy in the secret of all hidden things. Part 7. Know ye then, O sons of science, there are 7 bodies, of which gold is the first and the most perfect, and the king of them. And their head, which neither the earth can corrupt, nor the fire devastate, nor the water change, for its complexion is equalized, and its nature regulated with respect to heat, cold, and moisture, nor is there anything in it which is superfluous. Therefore the philosophers do buoy up and magnify themselves in it, saying that this gold in relation to other bodies is, as the sun amongst the stars, more splendid in light, and as by the power of God every vegetable and all the fruits of the earth are perfected, so gold by the same power sustaineth all. For as dough without firmament cannot be fermented, so when thou sublimest the body and purifiest it, separating the uncleanliness from it, thou wilt then conjoin and mix them together and put in the firmament, conflicting the earth and the water. Then will the elixir ferment even as dough doth ferment, and think of this as and see how the firmament in this case doth change the former natures into another thing. Observe also that there is no firmament otherwise than from the dough itself. Observe moreover that the firmament whitens the confection and hinders it from turning, and holds the tincture lest it should fly. Rejoice the bodies and make them ultimately to join and to enter into one another. Whoa, hey now. And this is from the key of the philosophers in the end of their work, and by this science bodies are meliorated, and the operation of them, God assisting, is consummate. But through the negligence and the false opinion of the matter, the operation may be perverted as a mass of leaven growing corrupt, or milk turned into the rennet for cheese, and musk among the aromatics. Your cheese is stinky, bro. The sure color of the golden matter, for the red and the nature thereof is not sweetness. Therefore, we make of them the syricum, i.e., elixir. And of them we make the enamel, of which we have already, without and with the king's seal, have tinged the clay, and that we have set the color of heaven, which augments the sight of them that see. The stone, therefore, is the most precious gold, without spots, evenly tempered, which neither air, nor fire, nor water, nor earth is able to corrupt, for it is the universal firmament, rectifying all things in a medium composition, whose complexion is yellow and of true citrine color, the gold of the wise, boiled and well digested with a fiery water, makes elixir. The gold of the wise, boiled and well digested with tequila, makes elixir. For the gold of the wise is more heavy than lead, which is a temperate composition, It is a firmament elixir, and contrawise in our impenetrate composition is the confusion of the whole, for the work begins from the vegetable, next from the animal, and a hen's egg, in which is the greatest help of our earth is gold, of which we will all make sericum, which is the firmament elixir. Finish. The translation here used and followed is from the notable work, quote, A Suggestive Inquiry into the Hermetic Mystery, unquote, London, 1850. So there we go. There's our latest installment into the alchemy episodes. We're running like neck and neck on how weird this shit gets with Gnosticism, right? That's my opinion anyways. Okay. Hey, this has been the Abercast, and I have been John Towers. And let's see. Check out the website, abercast.com. Check out the storefront there. Tarot cards are now available. Shirts and stuff are now available. Go ahead and pick up a book. You're listening to this, so you're a fucking weirdo. You probably know other fucking weirdos. You might even know a weirdo who likes a comic book or two. So check out the book section. Buy a book or graphic novel. Send it to someone you love for, I don't know, Christmas or Yuletide or Saturnalia, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that's coming up. What else? Newsletter. Check out the news. Sign into the newsletter. Sign into the newsletter, the Fulgar Correspondentia. Check out t-shirts and stuff. There's alchemical design. It was designed just for these episodes, by the way. It's pretty cool. But there's also an awful lot of other cool shirt designs out there. Check them out. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Am I forgetting anything, buddy? Cyrus? No? All right.
Thank you for listening to this episode. Send an email or visit us on social media to let us know what you think about this topic. And please remember to leave a 5-star rate and review.
Hey, did you learn something? Did you laugh? Supporting me is a way for you to be a part of the Abercast and ensure its growth and sustainability. It also means I can create a normal schedule for shows and bonus shows, as well as the exclusive Fellowcraft episodes. By supporting the show, you are not only a listener, but you are a part of the show. You supporting the show gives me a way to offer fun rewards as a thank you for showing your appreciation and support for our projects. Do you have an idea for a reward that you don't see? Let me know. My supporters are my partners. I currently pay for you to listen to the Abercast. Not only do I pay the hosting bills out of my own pocket, I volunteer my time and talent to each and every episode of the Abercast. The price of books, the time and resources of reading and researching, the massive amounts of gin and tonic needed, the equipment it takes to record the shows, the time and resources it takes to create the bonus material, and the cost to maintain the internet presence. Is it worth your support? I don't know. I am proud of the Abercast, and I feel like I'm improving all the time. In addition to creating the show that you dig and that you are excited about, I also have a full-time commitment and other obligations. So why financial support? All of the supporters help me focus my time on the quality and development of the podcast. And what if you can't afford, $1 or $3 or $10 or whatever a month? Believe me, I get that. There are many degrees of support, but if you can't support the show financially, please consider leaving a 5-star rate and review on your preferred podcast app. And don't forget that you could sign into the mailing list and still unlock a lot of bonus content. Thank you. I cannot put into words how much it means to me that you listen to the show each time I post a new episode. Your feedback, support, and love of the stories that we talk about here is what keeps me.